Oliver Springs, Midway, us, Norwood, and Lake City. And then the west is all the Morgan County schools, so Cofield, Petros, Wartburg, Oakdale, Sunbelt.
So are you pretty loaded with eighth graders, a lot of upperclassmen?
We're pretty even across the board. You know, we have obviously Jordan is our leading scorer and he's the leader on the team, but we've also had our second leading scorer has been mixed up between 8 different kids this year. So and right now, you know, we start a lot of different lineups. Right now we have 2 8th graders starting, 2 7th graders, and a 6th grader. So it's kind of we got about 11 players we play every night, and there's a lot of games we play 14.
So your record 12-1, and you're about 3/4 of the way through with the season.
Yeah, we have about I think 7 more games left in the regular season.
And then you'll go to a district tournament.
And then after that sectionals. And you know, last year we made it to the sectional finals and got put out the game before the first state. So our goal this year is to make it to Murfreesboro.
Now, is that where they have that at Murfreesboro?
They have it at Stewart's Creek down that way. Stewart's Creek High School, Blackman, them 2 schools.
That's pretty. The way those tournaments have evolved at the middle school level is pretty remarkable now. That you go to Murfreesboro like you do in high school, and it just doesn't stop after a regional tournament.
No, last year was the first year for it, and our girls made it down there and won single A. So that's ultimately our goal this year is to make it down there and make a run once we get there. So
now, Jared, yourself, you're still a relatively young coach. You've coached at the Hagan Middle School for a few years now. What's it like being a coach? Is it what you thought it was? Have you had to learn on the fly a little bit, and what's that been like for you?
Oh, it's been a good experience, and the staff at Harriman High School. I started my first year whenever I started teaching about 6 years ago, helping Coach Shannon, and I actually joined the staff again this year. So it's good to learn from Coach Shannon, Coach Gallagher, Coach Denard, Coach McCullum. All them guys kind of took me under their wing and helping me out as I get my start. So.
Now, can you keep Denard in line on the bench during high school games?
Oh yeah, it's hard, but we.
That's good. We got to have good upcoming coaches like you and Mr. Gambrell over here to lead the youth. Isn't that right, Gambrell?
Well, they got a little different level of athlete than we do, so.
Interesting. Well, let's take a look at our players, guys. If you want to, just introduce yourself. Tell us what position you play, what grade you're in, and since we're around the holidays, tell us one thing you want for Christmas.
I'm Jordan. I play five positions, and what I want is shoes for Christmas.
My name's Will. I play kind of post, but I'm in 8th grade, and I also want shoes.
My name's Xavier, and I'm a post as well, and I also want shoes.
So everybody wants shoes. What kind of shoes are we hunting this Christmas?
Air Maxes.
720s.
Vapor Max.
I don't know what any of that means, but apparently I'm sure they're high dollar.
Indeed.
Correct. So now y'all been playing basketball probably growing up your whole lives. What's it like playing for Coach Clinton? What's it like playing for probably your hometown that you grew up in, Harriman? And are you looking forward to moving on to high school to play basketball?
I think it's a nice experience because I've been playing with him for 3 years and learned a lot about the offenses. And I'm excited to move on to high school because I know all the coaches and stuff. So
It's been a true blessing for me. He's taught me a lot, and I just kind of want to play in front of that big high school crowd, I guess.
It's been a blast for me because Coach Clinton, he's like a really good coach, and I've got to know him and as a person as well, and I really hope to continue playing for Harriman.
Awesome. Now, like Coach Clinton said, you all were one game short of making it into the finals last year. How has that motivated you all this year, and what are some of the things you've tried to improve to get to that next level?
it's good motivation because we really want to make it farther, especially since the girls did. So we worked on defense and offense a lot and conditioning, so we won't be tired as much.
Like he said, it's motivation because we always see the girls banner, and we just want that for ourselves, I guess.
It really made us more hungry to win more, and like you said, the girls' banner hanging up there has made us want more hungry about it.
You know, every team has strengths and weaknesses. What do you think your guys' strengths are this year?
Our strength is probably our defense because Coach Jarvis really knows man, and he helps us. Not a lot of other middle schools run man, so it really helps us.
Defense and rebounding is our main strengths.
I think our main strength is probably like the posts, is because like we got the two tallest kids, one of the tallest kids.
Nice, and I'm sure you can dunk, I would assume.
Yeah.
Have you had an opportunity to dunk any this year during the game? Anybody throwing you an oop or a putback? Or
I've dunked a lot. Grayson, our point guard, has threw me one oop during, I think, the Norwood game, if I'm correct. That's,
pretty solid oop, pretty good throw.
yeah, it was up there, though.
X, what about you? You throw one down any this year like your dad, Allen?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but you're working on it.
He's getting there.
I'm working on it.
Good guys. We talked about some of your strengths. What's some of the things that y'all try to improve on? I know you've got a good record, but you're always trying to improve. What's maybe not a weakness, but what's an area that you all are always trying to get better at?
Screens, fighting around screens and stuff. Defense, help sides and stuff.
Just main conditioning, basically.
Coach really gets on to us about talking, and we really, to tell everybody where to go and stuff. So
You bring that up, talking and being vocal. That's one thing that you learn as you get older, that you can't be shy about being vocal and not being afraid to tell people where to go and what to do, and that's something that'll come with age. Coach Clinton, sounds like you got a lot of good, just a lot of well-rounded players.
We do. Like I said, we play 11 to 14 kids every night, so it's good to have, especially because we like to play fast, get up and down the floor. We run a lot of Coach Shannon stuff to get them ready for whenever they get to high school. And, so I'd say one area we would like to improve on is whenever teams slow us down, because that's what happened in the sectional final last year. Huntsville made it a half-court game, and we really struggled against it. So that'd be definitely the main area to improve this year, is being able to play in the half court as well as up and down playing fast.
And how important is it for you to try to figure out, you want to win your games, you want to prepare them for high school, which, depending on who you speak to, that's kind of like the end goal. How do you balance wanting to do your own stuff and win, but also having them ready to go to high school and step right in and be able to pick up the language, pick up the presses, the sets, and all that?
Well, like I said, we run pretty much everything we run is Coach Shannon stuff and the high school stuff. So that is the ultimate goal, is to have them ready for high school. So it's nice to win in middle school, but it's the ultimate goal is to have them ready whenever they get to be juniors and seniors.
Awesome. Well, guys, on the way out, you got millions of people watching at home. Do you want to give a shout out to anybody watching at home, a family member, a girlfriend, your team, anything? Now's your time. Look in the camera and
Shout out to God, first of all. Shout out to my mama and my dad. They really help, with this basketball thing.
I like to shout out to my dad, because he's probably going to get hyped if I shout him out. So, yeah.
Shout out to my dad, too, for taking this journey with me.
all right, and that is your Harriman Middle School Blue Devils. Coach Clinton, again, want to thank you for coming in tonight on a cold day off from school. We had the day off from school, which I know you and Gabriel were really pumped about that. You're not going to get one tomorrow, though.
I don't think so.
I know Gabriel's done the snow dance and snowshoes, and he just
Used all my power.
they just need one more day off. But good luck the rest of the season. Again, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, our phone lines are open, 865-483-8112. Give us your calls. We'll talk basketball. We'll talk state playoff championships, maybe NFL. We'll be right back.
At Earl Duff Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 8-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews, then come to Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well...
And if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
You don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
Yeah.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry, plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. I'm Chase Clem alongside Coach Justin Gambrell. Before we get into anything else, we want to take care of a couple house cleaning items. We talked about these last week, but want to remind you again, everyone is invited to Suplex for Santa. Ain't that something, Gambrell?
I'm interested.
Some good old wrestling. Suplex for Santa is a fundraiser for the nonprofit Toys for Rocky Top, Tennessee kids, a group that does what its name suggests and provides toys to needy kids in Rocky Top and the surrounding community. The event will be held on Friday, that's this Friday, December 13th, at 207 Jacksboro Avenue in Rocky Top. The doors will open at 6 and live wrestling action starting at 7 p.m. Admission is free with an unwrapped $10 toy, or you can purchase a ticket, $10 for adults and $5 for kids. Johnny Swinger, wrestling legend from WWE, WCW, TNA Impact Wrestling, and former WCW Tag Team Champion Chase Stevens. You know Chase Stevens.
Oh, yeah, big fan.
He's going to be in the house along with several other top names. This promises to be the biggest wrestling event that Anderson County has ever seen.
Also, we've got announcement for the Rockwood High School Football Awards Night. Ed Grief, president of the Rockwood Rotary Club, has announced this will be held on Thursday, January 9th. That's at 6 p.m. at the First Baptist Life Center in Rockwood. Pat Cooley, local attorney and former Rockwood High School athlete, will be the guest speaker for the event. Tickets are $8 each in advance or $10 at the door. Tickets can be purchased from any Rotary member, Rockwood High School cheerleaders, or you can come by the high school and the front office. For more information, you can call Ed Grief at 865-354-9857 or 865-924-3377.
Gamber, I know that's one of the events you look forward to the most out of the year is wrapping football season up and getting to that football banquet.
Oh, yeah, and, Ed always comes down subs at school. He's always talking about it. They're always excited about it. I think the players get really excited about it, kind of rewinding how the year went, honoring those players who had standout seasons. Always a good event there at the end of the year.
Last but not least, we want to give a shout out to a few of our viewers tonight: Miss Ashley Denton, Miss Aubrey Lynn, Kanan Matthew Caleb, Kelly, Deborah Lynn Denton, and of course our favorite, Mama. They're watching at home. Shout out to you guys. Thank you all for watching. Gambrell, let's get right to it. Tennessee's going bowling.
Tennessee is, and at first, the buzz was that they would be going to the Music City Bowl, and Vol Twitter mobilized and tried to change it, and now they're going to Florida to take on Indiana. Seems like the Vol fans in my life seem a lot happier with that destination. Could be a really good game for them.
You're right. I started flipping through Twitter, and you see all these sources, and I was kind of upset that it wasn't the Gator Bowl, but I was kind of excited because, I would go to Nashville. I know, and I know that Tennessee will travel well to the Gator Bowl, but I would have gone to Nashville.
Right.
But I'm glad we're in that Gator Bowl, and like you said, Vol Twitter, for those at home that don't know, hashtag Vol Twitter is a force to be reckoned with. I think they're like 3-0 now.
Yeah, Vol Twitter has a little more, they think they might have a little more power than they actually do, especially with the Shiano debacle, and also, with this bowl game, which I think that the Tennessee brass was already trying to get that changed. I think they like to have that reach down in Florida. So I think that was in the cards long before.
Vol Twitter got a hold of it.
Before Vol Twitter intersected.
Now, I did talk to one unnamed Tennessee football player this week. That's the kind of pull that we're dealing with here. And he said that Indiana did look awful slow on film.
It's they think it's that Big Ten type of offense, but the Indiana's a little different than most of your Big Ten teams. They like to spread it out, throw it more. But I think it'll be a good, probably high-scoring game down in the Gator Bowl.
You taking the Vols?
I'll take the Vols in this one.
I think Indiana was favored.
Indiana was favored, I think, but I think Tennessee will be able to handle them pretty easily.
Were you surprised with how, or probably not really surprised, but how the top four played out for the playoff?
No, I think you had the most debate was number 4. I think LSU's strength of schedule, how well they played over the year, didn't really have that many close games. I think they were clear-cut number 1. Oklahoma's a good choice just because you're going to be getting a fun, exciting offense. Jalen Hurts, Lincoln Riley. You have a lot of exciting players, much more so than you'd have if you had Florida, Georgia, somebody like that.
Funny how Jalen Hurts is in the playoff and Mr. Saban is not.
He must have known. Saw it coming.
Saw it coming. Are you satisfied with 4 teams? It kind of plays out that everything is a playoff game, and you have Utah loses, and they might have got in, but they got beat, so they're out, and then just kind of, for the most part, all seems to fall into place.
It does. I'd be okay with 8. Can't argue with more football.
Never.
But once you get past 8, you're probably going to start watering down the regular season.
A couple of other New Year's Day bowl games: Georgia versus Baylor. Georgia has lost Sam Pittman this week.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Jim Chaney last year to the Vols. They're losing recruits, a few, which so is Tennessee. It's not like they're the only school that has kids decommitting from them. But you think they're kind of on the ropes a little bit?
Maybe. I know they got big news as far as they got Matt Luke, Ole Miss's old head coach, as their offensive line coach. I think that for a lot of these teams, it's a good audition for your younger players. So it's not necessarily that you're going to see, a lot of high-end players. You could see some young players you've never seen before.
Do coaches care more about winning the bowl game, or do they care more about getting 15 extra practices?
A lot of them, it's those extra practices. Of course, there's some who have, the built-in bonuses on their contracts where
that's true.
You get that bowl win, you make a little more money. So, but I think it's a good evaluation time, especially for those new coaches who are taking over, because they get to see a lot of those athletes that they didn't have before.
And like I said, a lot of time that first week you're practicing young guys,
Right.
just to get them used to more practice, trying to get them more reps, and you've got to start. You're already preparing for the next season.
Right, and you're implementing kind of new faces into old places, trying to find the best fit. You want to be competitive in the bowl game, but you also want to get good looks for next year.
Speaking of new faces in old places, Hotty Toddy, welcome back, Lane Kiffin
The Lane
to the
train.
SEC.
I think that's a good hire for Ole Miss. They needed to shake things up. The past few hires haven't had a lot of fireworks behind them, but Lane Kiffin, you either love him or hate him. There's no real in between on him, and he'll have recruits talking.
Love or hate?
I love it. Entertain me on Saturdays.
Let's do it.
I don't want the usual coach speak that I could, tune into sports talk radio on in the afternoon to hear.
That's true. If he has another kid while he's in Ole Miss, is he going to name him?
My name is Oxford.
Name him Oxford.
Oxford Kiffin.
Incredible. He's got which I didn't know that Monty's still helping. He's an analyst of some sort.
Right.
I was reading a good article by Chris Lowe today, just on the way down there, and I think you'll see a different Lane Kiffin, the more mature, the more established, and kind of he's got everything out of the way. It's a different Lane Kiffin this time around, I think.
Yeah, I think you definitely learned a lot from that. The stint at USC, went down to Florida Atlantic, figured some stuff out, and getting to come back to the SEC, which is top heavy in the SEC West. You got to compete with, your Arkansas down at the bottom or Mississippi States. But, if he can bring that recruiting over that he did at Florida Atlantic, they'll have a chance.
You're playing for third place, and that's what kind of stinks about it. Until you get it to where you need it to be, you're going to spend 4 years playing for third place.
Yeah, with all of these coaching hires, that's the tough thing is, a lot of them take over situations where you may not have had a lot of good recruits because, unlike the NFL, there's no incentive for being bad in college football. You're just bad. And so it takes some time to build up, and a lot of these fan bases just don't give that coach the time to build it up. We've seen it with Coach Pruitt at UT. A lot of people at the beginning of the year weren't sure, and now, they've come around and given them that time to develop the players.
Now we're looking here at some of these bowl games. You're a known Bearcats fan.
I'm a known Bearcats fan.
Made round trips to see them this year. Where are they at?
They're in the Birmingham Bowl against a big whopper of Boston College. That was their reward for going 10-3 was to travel to Birmingham. Trip I have made before. But yeah, I wasn't too happy with the draw for the Bearcats.
You think Tracy Lawrence will be there to paint them in Birmingham?
I hope so. I heard he was painting a Birmingham in Knoxville.
He put on
recently.
a show the other night. I almost cried during Paint Me. Talking about it, it was almost a spiritual experience singing with Tracy.
Top karaoke song in country music.
And You Don't Have to Call Me Darling. And that and Paint Me a Birmingham. Incredible. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention our good friend who really wanted to be on the show tonight but couldn't make it, Mr. Brian Matthews. The Irish are playing Iowa State. The Irish at 10-2. They're playing 7-5 Iowa State.
Yeah, I would assume that they're pretty disappointed with that. But
they're off playing the Bearcats.
There's too much drama in the past from Notre Dame, Cincinnati, so I want to stay away from them for a while.
That's what we like, though.
You like it when it's not your team.
That's true. Herm Edwards playing Florida State. Herm's not been for the kind of joke everybody made about Herm Edwards coming to play college football, coming to coach college football. He beat Oregon this year, really put them in a bind and kind of got them off their track, and respectable 7-5 this year.
I do think a lot of people didn't question if he could coach. It was more like the relating with his players.
Could he recruit?
Recruiting, adapting to kind of the new style of college football. But, so far in this first season, he's shown that he can adapt very well.
Penn State, your favorite, James Franklin. We are, what's that? Chains, tattoos, and dreads.
Hey, I'm a James Franklin fan. I enjoy Penn State.
The pump-up speech they had before the Minnesota game could have went down as all time if they wouldn't have got absolutely rocked by Minnesota.
Yeah, those speeches always seem to go better if you win the game, and then they think it's more of a clown show if you go out and lose the game after.
Now, who was Memphis' coach? Because I'm drawing a blank.
Mike Norvell.
Norvell.
Ended up at Florida State.
And who's Memphis hired?
Memphis has not hired anybody yet. Their defensive coordinator, who they thought was going to coach the bowl game, he said today he's following Norvell to Florida State.
Oh.
So they're not sure still.
Butch Jones is available.
Butch Jones still available. The Colorado State hired Steve Adazio today, so Butch is still waiting.
Did you know the hatred Woody Page had for Butch Jones? Have you been following that?
I was not aware. I know that Butch had flirted with Colorado before he went to Tennessee. He had done the same thing when he was at Cincinnati. So Butch is a lot like Kiffin. You either love him or hate him. A lot more people hate him than love him, as opposed to Kiffin.
I think Bama's paying him $30,000, and the university's Tennessee's paying him a much larger sum than that per year.
Sure, he's washing a ton of cars down at Alabama.
So we're anxious to get him off the payroll, as it seems Tennessee is known for getting a lot of coaches, having a lot of former coaches on the payroll.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. How do you see the playoff playing out? We'll move on.
You got to go with LSU at this point. Burrow's played so well. They just shut down a pretty good Georgia team last Saturday. I'd go with Ohio State in the other matchup. We'll see Burrow versus his former team in the national championship game.
That's true. Are you over Dabo and his crying?
Dabo's
a good dude.
Fine. Dabo's fine. He can recruit.
He's a little recruiting.
He can go recruit, and he's more of a CEO. I think he's got good assistants to help him out. So
that's always good. Yeah. Just let them. That's what Coach K does, right? He's got good assistants.
Yeah, he gets to sit back, and he'll get involved whenever he needs to. But for the most part, I think he likes to just oversee how things go.
Another big matchup for the Tennessee basket Vols. By the way, the Lady Vols are playing tonight.
Lady Vols were. They were up, I think, 36-20 at half.
Coach Harper, right?
Coach Harper.
Having a good year.
Having a great year. Lost their first game Sunday. We took the team up there to watch.
Thanks a lot.
I may have rubbed off on the Lady Vols, unfortunately, and cost them a game, but they played well. They play a lot harder than they did last year, it seemed like.
Big game Saturday, Tennessee versus Memphis. We've all seen the back and forth, the banter between Penny and Deacon Barnes. And I hope, selfishly, that the Vols just come out and pound them.
Well, they haven't looked as good without Wiseman at center. But I think that coaching-wise, I think Tennessee probably has the advantage. And I think, the way they played, the teams they've played, I think that's going to help them out.
Good deal. Oh, we forgot to talk about in the playoff was Alabama.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. We're going to take our next break. Again, phone lines, God, they're crawling in, guys. 865-483-8112. Give us a call, and we'll return after these brief messages.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Roll members
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Tennessee who take part in high school sports.
At Earl Duff Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 8-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews, then come to Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
Welcome back into the locker room chat. I'm Chase Clem, alongside Justin Gambrell. 865-483-8112 is our number. We'll take your calls, but until then, Gambrell, I got a serious question to ask you. What is one of your favorite Christmas movies?
Okay, this is a controversial take. Each time I talk about it on Twitter, I get multiple responses from the BFLs in my life.
Okay.
My number one Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Die Hard.
100%. What a great, phenomenal film. A lot of, you got Carl from Family Matters in it as one of the heroes.
And he is a hero. He is a hero.
John McClane, one of the all-time action stars of all time. Bruce Willis. I mean, what a movie.
Ain't it Mel Gibson in one? No, not Lethal Weapon. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
my fault.
That's blasphemy. No, Die Hard, number one. Every time I talk about it, some of the people all over Springs have comments about it. They don't feel it's a true Christmas movie, but that is my number one.
A lot of biblical references.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And, I mean, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So it's got to be Christmas.
It's got to be.
Probably my favorite Christmas movie is the Home Alones.
Home Alone.
And I might like the sequel. I might like 2 better than the first one.
Home Alone's a good option. Again, like Die Hard, there's probably an argument that it's not a true Christmas movie. But Home Alone's always enjoyable. It's one of those you stop on that channel if it's on TV and watch the rest of it.
If we did quotes back and forth, could I quote more Home Alone to you, or could you quote more Die Hard to me?
I could quote more Die Hard.
But we'd have to bleep that out, some of it.
We would 100% have to bleep it out. This would go R-rated for a little while.
You know what underrated Christmas movie is? I watched it on Netflix the other day.
Okay, what is it?
Christmas with the Cranks. Tim Allen.
Okay, that's definitely a good one.
Solid.
Yeah, I need a movie that makes me laugh. I don't want to, as an emotionless person like I am.
Yes.
I do not want to, cry or, have the heartwarming like Hallmark movies. I don't want that. I want
laughs.
I want to laugh or see some action.
But speaking of Hallmark, folks, this is the truth if I've ever told it. One of your players was in a Hallmark movie that debuted just last week.
Jordan Collett was. She was up here, I think it was last week. We came up here 2 weeks ago. But she was in the Christmas in Dollywood movie on the Hallmark Channel. I told her that against my better judgment, I would watch a Hallmark movie. It hurt my heart to do it, but knowing I could support one of my kids.
Did you cry?
I cried because I had to watch it, or cried because it was emotional. No, it was the same plot of everyone, a single mother who's down on her luck.
Yeah, I knew the Christmas movies would get them going. I knew it. Tell you what, another good Christmas movie is, and this one always gets my dad going. You wouldn't watch it because it gets you tore up.
Okay.
Jack Frost.
Yeah,
that's one of my dad's favorite Christmas movies ever.
My biggest anti-Christmas movie stance is A Christmas Story. Get it out of here. I don't need 24 hours of that movie.
That's the most Look me in the camera, folks. Christmas Story, overrated, terrible.
You can only shoot your eye out with a BB rifle so many times before I turn yours.
So many times.
It's enough.
Anyway, put that in your ear, and you can hear them call.
Okay.
Let's take our first call of the night, 865-483-8112. Call, you're on the air.
Yeah, where's Sleepy and Matt tonight?
Sleepy is remote. I think he's out watching the Dragons, which is probably what he needs to be doing. I think he does some PA tonight. I think he does PA for the Dragons, and Matt's probably doing something up at the other station.
Okay, well, enjoying the show. Just one more question. Has there been any new update on the vacancy at Clinton High School football?
Not to my knowledge, there has not been. Gambrell keeps his ear pretty in the know, and I don't think, Gambrell?
I haven't heard anything. Every once in a while we'll check like the TSSAA bulletin board and see what's open. I think they just actually posted it maybe a week or so ago, so I don't know if they've even begun looking at interviews yet.
Now, we had mentioned a few names in the past few weeks. Wasn't there somebody from Fulton and Oak Ridge interested in it?
Are you asking me that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I don't know who has applied for it. The only person I've heard connected with the job or that was interested was Rodney Ellison.
And he is from?
Rodney Ellison, assistant coach at Oak Ridge.
At Oak Ridge. Okay. We'll try to get in touch with Sleepy. I'll shoot him a text here in a second and see if we can't figure something out. Him and Hagan are real good up on the Clinton Anderson County side, and we just try to learn from them.
I do have one more question. Is that Gambrell to your right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
Is that the Oakland Raiders softball team?
No, this is Rome State. I'm representing Rome State tonight.
Okay, man. Well, y'all keep up the good work. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. The old Clinton Dragon head coach in vacancy. Whoever inherits that's inheriting facility-wise, I don't know about their team because I don't follow them very much. But who wouldn't want to walk into that facility?
Be a very attractive job for a head coach.
You would think. Turbo Man, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way, fantastic movie.
Fantastic.
100%. Always sit down and watch that.
Christmas Vacation, is it at the top?
Christmas Vacation's good. It's you get to the point where a lot of people think it's overrated, but properly rated. Properly rated.
But I'm 100% in on canceling The Christmas Story.
I don't need 24 hours of it.
And oh God, this is gonna be even worse. Okay. It's a Wonderful Life. It's never seen it.
Boring.
Black and white. I'm out.
Not for me.
Not for me. Well, they were talking about it in church Sunday, and I'm out. Sorry, Debbie. Sorry, Pastor. I'm out on It's a Wonderful Life.
It's been done so much. I think it's the hipster in me doesn't like old-timey movies.
Kids and your rap music.
I realize I'm 35, and that sounds ridiculous coming from an old man like me. But get those black and white movies out of here.
Look pretty good for 35.
Except Sergeant York, right? Black and white movie. Highly recommend.
God, what's another solid Christmas movie out there?
You can always go with Elf. A lot of people like
Elf, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. You can
Huh?
believe it. No.
Not the first one?
No, I'm okay with that. Tim Allen, overrated.
Wow. Lies.
Also go.
Liberal media.
You could go with. See, what else do we have as far as Christmas?
You got your Home Alones, Jingle All the Way, Die Hard.
Right. The Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies.
Christmas with the Cranks. Surely to goodness there's more than that.
Well, you've got like Charlie Brown Christmas. You've got what's the train movie? With
Polar Express.
Polar Express. Yeah, I'm not into that. I mean, you've got
The Grinch.
The Grinch. A lot of people like the new version. I prefer the cartoon version.
3. Love Actually. Eh?
No, that's not a Christmas.
4
movie.
Christmases?
Get out of here.
You should just watch Home Alone, pretty much.
Watch
Even
Home Alone.
the third one's not that bad.
You watch the Home Alones, watch all the Die Hards after, even though number 3 doesn't feature any Christmas in it.
Money grab.
You could.
Hey, you got to watch Elf.
Yeah, just stay away from A Christmas Story, and you'll have a really good holiday.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that's the number one to stay away from.
Would you cook for the holidays again, bro?
No. No, I cook. I'm gonna have to cook Friday for the girls' basketball team, so I usually do my cooking during the season.
Secret Santa or Dirty Santa?
Depends on the crew you're with.
That's true.
It's 100%. For like we have a basketball team party during Christmas. Obviously, you just gotta go Secret Santa.
Yeah. What you with the boys?
No, that's still
Dirty Santa.
no. Well, maybe. It
It
depends on the crowd. Depends on what's appropriate and inappropriate.
And what is inappropriate or appropriate?
Well,
Let's get philosophical.
As a teacher, I can tell you what's inappropriate.
You're a sports, right? You're a sports personality right now.
I'm a sports personality right now.
Yeah.
I think age is probably your number one thing. Church parties, probably not the
best. No.
Not the best to pull out Dirty Santa.
No, can't have your organist
No.
opening up something.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
Best stocking stuffer.
Best stocking stuffer. You can never go wrong with candy.
Lottery tickets.
I'm not a lottery guy. I know you prefer to play
I'm
the
just
lottery.
a supporter
of education. You know, just little trinkets.
Soaps, toothbrush, ibuprofen.
No, that sounds like some things that should be in mine, but you know, like you get some calendars.
You know, just stuff to fill it up.
Yeah, there's just some sweet stuff in there. You know, can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong. Get the sweet stuff for your sweet stuff this Christmas season.
That's right. Or if you don't have one, just buy candy for yourself, like me. Hashtag single forever.
Speaking of sweet stuff, if we cross the road to the Grove Market, you can buy the Christmas trees. And I love Little Debbie Christmas tree
We might have
cakes.
to rank them next segment. Rank the Little Debbie cakes.
Oh, that's made for TV, folks. That is made for TV. So last week, on a halfway more serious note, East Tennessee well represented in Cookeville in the state championship games.
Absolutely.
So we had Meigs, Greenback, Central, Alcoa, and Merville.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of them won. Correct?
The 3 Knoxville area schools did win.
That's true.
And Alcoa and Maryville's games were
just blowouts.
Were not close.
Central kind of ran away, didn't?
Central did pull away later on. You know, they played really well. Greenback, you know, I thought they had a chance to win, but I think Holden Willis's injury really hurt them. He ended up, I think they said he broke his ankle.
I mean, it was a different ball game when Holden Willis went out of the game.
It was, and Lake County, that was the first look. You know, I had talked to Coach Webb down at Rockwood, but he was really impressed with their size and how well they had played. So
Holden Willis picked up a preferred walk-on I guess that's an offer from the University of Tennessee. He was at the Vanderbilt game. I guess would that be the day after the state? That was the day after the semifinals.
Yeah. You know, I saw he had a few other offers like UMass, places like that. But, you know, if he wants to stay close to home and take a preferred walk-on at UT, couldn't blame him.
More than glad to have him at the University of Tennessee. And Alcoa and Maryville, they'll probably just win the next 20.
I mean, they're machines at this point. It's more of a surprise when they don't win than when they do.
It would really take consolidated efforts to beat those two.
It would. It would take you might have to have schools team up against them.
Nah. Oh, my goodness. So what's been going on in your world? You're coaching basketball. You're going on a road trip Saturday.
Going on a road trip.
Look at us.
We got a big 3-game stretch. We got 3 games in the next 3 days. Making a homecoming tomorrow night. I'm going to be in the Springs against the Bobcats. Then we're going to take on the Fighting Thomas Jefferson Davises Friday night against Sunbright.
Sunbright Tigers.
And then travel to lovely Unaka to take on the Rangers on Saturday.
Nowhere I would rather be than in Unaka on a Saturday close to Christmas.
That's really an opportunity for some team bonding.
That is. Thanks, Coach K. We appreciate it.
It's always, you know, Coach K always takes care of us. Usually we do this trip, we do a 1 game, stay overnight, but we decided this year it'd be much easier to just go up on a Saturday, play them, and then they'll make the trip down on next Thursday and play us. So really, of the two, I think we've got the more enviable trip. At least it's on a Saturday and not on a school night on a Thursday.
On a school night. But they could come early on Thursday and eat wings.
They could go down and stop by Ratchet's.
Touche.
Go get you some wings, the best wings in Rockwood. But yeah, they can. I don't know if the game time will change for that but next week we'll play on the 20th, and then we'll be done until the Harriman tournament.
Which is always what a lot of people look forward to, playing in that Harriman Christmas tournament. I mean, people just show up just to watch basketball. Your team don't have to be playing.
Yeah, there's so many different teams and different styles there that, you know, I've been down there a few times where I've just sat there and watched the 4 or 5 games just because you like seeing all that, you know, the different styles, how different people play. It's a chance to learn a lot.
How's school going? How many more days till they get out for break?
We are on the home stretch, so we've got 4 regular class days left, and then we start testing. So we're close to the break.
Is it pretty much just every man for themselves yet? Has it got to that point yet?
My classes, no, not yet. Some of the seniors, they've caught senioritis heavy right now. But for the most part, I think we have a good group of kids at Rockwood. So now, when we did announce that we were getting out early Tuesday, that was free for all. But they're good kids. They've done really well, at least for me this year.
There's some good kids.
Always good kids.
And then where were you when you learned about the snow day today?
It
was early. It wasn't like early in the morning. It was last night, right?
Yeah, we learned about 7 o'clock last night. I was just laying there watching a little basketball. The text popped up, and I just tweeted away and Facebooked away.
Thanks, LaDonna.
Trying to get, some retweets, some likes, some more followers on Twitter.
Thanks, Miss McFalls.
So far,
shout out.
She's done a great job. Been very accessible. Glad to have her in Rome County Schools.
Good times. Look at us. Who would have thought?
How far we've come.
Not me. NFL. Tell you who's playing good in the NFL. The Titans.
The Titans.
Ryan Tannehill.
They've got the Texans this week.
They're going to beat the Texans.
That's a big game.
You're going down, Bill O'Brien.
That could be for the division.
We're going to the playoffs.
I mean, you're looking at a rebirth of Tennessee football here with the Vols and the Titans playing in the postseason.
Who'd have thought?
I mean, unfortunately, Marcus Mariota era is over, or if you ask some people, gratefully, it's over.
Yeah. Who would have thought he had the nickname Mary Goda?
It's been a long time since Oregon for Mariota.
Is Taylor Lewan acting better?
As far as I know, I haven't seen any updates on him. But we got a big Thursday night football game tomorrow night with fantasy football implications. For me, you got Lamar Jackson and the Ravens playing against the Jets. Be keeping an eye on that after the Lady Tigers take on the Lady Bobcats tomorrow night.
Do I need to come tweet you updates?
No. I have my inside sources who will relay me information.
Interesting. What about your Bengals?
Oh, man. Hey, we got a win. We're on the board.
Who did they beat?
We beat the Jets.
God.
2 weeks ago. Still in line for Joe Burrow to hopefully be a Cincinnati Bengal next year.
Is that going to work out? Is he going to work out in the NFL?
I think he has a chance to.
Maybe I just don't pay enough attention, but it seems like he was good this year.
He transferred, what was it, last year? But they've got a new offensive coordinator down at LSU, and he's really changed how Burrow's played. But, against all odds, the Bengals can take any player and screw them up. So
that's almost Browns-esque.
The Bengals could buy a winning lottery ticket and somehow make it lose.
Interesting. What else is going on?
Just living the dream.
Just living the dream in Rome County.
It's true.
Snowmageddon was last night.
Snowmageddon.
Get off the roads.
Went to Walmart after, and the bread was gone, the milk was gone. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
There's blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's usually the usual rush. But, better to be safe than sorry, I guess.
Hey, speaking of Christmas miracles, did you know Adam Sandler's got a new movie coming out?
I saw that.
It looks half decent. It looks really good.
I've heard the reviews are good for it. I watched Ad Astra before I came over here.
Don't even know what that is.
It's like a space thriller movie.
Interesting.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Is it a Netflix movie?
No, it came out in theaters. Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, not a fan.
Uncut Gems is the title of the movie. It's a serious movie. I think he's gave up on being funny because you just can't act stupid.
Well, he does. Well, he's played the same character for like the past 30 years, so I guess he had to change it up.
Yes, he had to.
Yeah, I think he does one of these every once in a while. He did Punch Drunk Love forever ago, so he gets serious every once in a while.
Well, best of luck to Adam Sandler. Hope his career works out.
Well, I think he's at that point in his career where he's just trying new stuff. Seeing what works, what doesn't. You can't make Happy Gilmore 45 more times. You gotta change it up. Grown Ups 37.
Happy Gilmore or what? Waterboy? Billy Madison.
I'm going Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Out of that group, yeah.
Back to school.
Waterboy, I'm over at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore's great.
I love Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore's a good one.
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison's number one for me.
Number one?
Number one.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now we've got the hard-hitting topic. Oh, no.
Oh, God. You're on the air.
Yes.
Yes. Call, you're on the air. Go ahead. Call, you got to turn your TV down. Just talk to us like you're on the phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just calling in to Tick on y'all.
And who is this for those watching at home?
Ashley from Oliver Springs.
Oh, goodness. There's a big game between Rockwood and Oliver Springs tomorrow night at Oliver Springs. Are you going to be there to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Interesting. So what have you thought about the show tonight?
Oh, I thought it was great. Thank you very much for the shout out.
And do you have a take on Christmas movies? We've covered a lot of topics tonight. Favorite Christmas movie, favorite Adam Sandler movie. What do you think?
Favorite Christmas movie probably is Home Alone. And I'm not the biggest fan of Adam Sandler, so.
I agree.
And we need an opinion on It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life is my dad's favorite, and it is a great movie. It's long, but it's a great movie, and everybody should get the chance to watch it.
Well, there's one bad take for the night.
That's typical from that neck of the woods.
From that neck of the woods. That's a bobcat for you.
The BFL Nation.
All right,
BFL Gambrell.
Any other shout-outs to BFL Nation? You want to rally the troops for tomorrow?
My nephew, Matthew, has a game tomorrow in Oakdale, and he plays for Cofield.
So you want to wish him luck, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, and tell everybody Merry Christmas, and we'll talk at you later.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Quality call right there. Quality from the land of Oz. Did you know they had a parade the other night?
I did know they had a parade. I had to go through. I forgot the timing. It shuts the entire town down.
Were you're not the Grand Marshal?
I'm not the Grand Marshal of the.
Was it you and Kegley?
It was not.
Cecil.
Me and Kegley are bros.
Shout out to Coach Kegley.
Coach Kegley's one of my favorites.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in tonight. This is the Locker Room Chat. Oh, wait a minute. Gambrell, did Epstein kill himself? That's all the time we have. We'll see you next Wednesday. Good night, folks.